The third region baseball tournament begins today at Muhlenberg County as Grayson County looks to pick up their first win in the tournament since 2014. And a good afternoon and welcome to an overcast and hopefully not rainy Muhlenberg County High School for this afternoon's coverage of Cougar baseball on K105. I'm Sam Gormley. Appreciate you taking the time to join us here this evening as Grayson County looks to take on a tough Meade County team that they lost to in the region quarterfinals that they played 1 year ago this week, as they lost in that one, played at Whitesville Trinity. Again, this is an audio-only broadcast for tonight's coverage of Grayson County and Meade County. The two teams did play back in the month of March, and Meade County won that game 5-0 back on the 30th of March. But that was a lot has changed in nearly 2 months of baseball since then, and hopefully Grayson County can pull off an upset against the defending region champions. Coming up on our locker room show, we will introduce you to both teams. We'll talk to head coach Jody Nutt, and we'll bring you the starting lineups as Grayson County and Meade County getting close to getting underway, as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean Master of Adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Grayson County and Meade County in the third region baseball quarterfinals with you here from Muhlenberg County High School. Cougars looking to pick up their first win in the region tournament in 12 years. That was a year that they lost in the region championship game to Davis County. Diving into this matchup, first off with your starting pitchers for Meade County. It's going to be Jeffrey Johnson. The senior will be making his 8th start of the season as he has struck out 56 and allowed 18 walks. He's got an ERA of 2.16, so he'll get the nod here today going up against, well, who else would Grayson County turn to than Gage Napier, making his 11th start, 5-3 record, and ERA just over 2. Last time out wasn't his best against Edmondson County. He wasn't necessarily as crisp, but he's in the bullpen right now and warming up, and I'm sure that Gage has just been frothing at the mouth to get back out there and have an opportunity to pitch, in a region quarterfinal game and potentially end his career on a really high note before he heads off to Kentucky Wesleyan next season. Meade County, the defending region champions as well, as they defeated Breckenridge County at Whitesville last year in the region championship game, and they're looking to get back to that mark here this season. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Jody Nutt, the head coach of Grayson County, to get his thoughts on this matchup, as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive across from Farmer's Feed Mill, Box Drop, Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMaster for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to our locker room show here on K105. Third Region Baseball Tournament. Grayson County about to take on Meade County. Jody Nutt, the head coach, joins us now. Coach, you found out Meade County was your opponent for the second straight year. I guess it was Saturday morning. What was the first reaction?
Well, I mean, looking at it, whoever you draw is who you're going to play. There's the Meade County coach, which I have a great deal of respect for. Ann Berge's done a great job. But, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. You just got to come in and play your brand of baseball and hope that, you're good that day and you're sharp that day and the other team not so much. But it really, at this point, it really didn't matter because it's win or go home. So it really didn't matter. Looking at the statistic-wise of it, it's probably a pretty good matchup. They throw it well, but we just put the ball in play and keep pressure on, and we'll be fine. So
you were the runner-up of the district, but I think the part that stood out the most to me is your bats were on pretty much both of those games. I think, would you score almost 20 runs in those two games? How do you hope that carries over into this week?
Just confidence. The thing about baseball is when things don't go your way, on day one, you just got to scratch it and move to the next day. And it's baseball, that stuff happens. The ball doesn't always bounce your way, unfortunately. And it didn't that night in the championship game of the districts. But today we just got to have confidence and play our brand and hope that we can move the base runners and put the ball in play and throw strikes and field it cleanly. So.
Your two seniors, well, you've got multiple seniors, but two of your seniors, especially offensively, have been on fire as of late. Chase had a really rough start to the season, but over the last 12, I know he's hitting almost 600 with an OPS of somewhere like 1,400, which that'll get it done. And then Jake, in the month of May, is hitting nearly 500 as well. What do those two, kind of setting the tone in the lineup, do for your offense as a whole?
So I think they're hitting 1 and 3, so if you can get them two going at the same time, then Gage has been electric as well. So if you can do that, and then you throw Jed in the mix with that stuff, just moving the baseball, that's big. And them two, it's just confidence. I asked Jake early on, why so much? Why are you been so good this year and last year not so much? And he said, I think it slowed down. And I think the game has slowed down a lot, and just having confidence and preparation for what you're doing. So that's the simple remedy of it, just slowing things down a little bit and just getting back to your roots.
A week ago, we were talking about Gage potentially being his last start. Tonight, almost assuredly, will potentially be his last start as well. Do you think it helps him today, having that experience from last Monday to throw against a good Meade County team, and then also that he saw him in the same game a year ago?
I think so. Gage is, he's been in this moment. He's pitching big games since he's been in 8th grade. He's used to it. And, I've been around him this morning some and talked to him a little bit. He's solemn. but he knows what's at stake, and he's a big guy for this big situation. He's going to make the most of it. So, yeah, I mean, he's who we want on the mound today. So,
you get the chance to win your first region game in a while. How do you get the opportunity to do it?
Play good branded Cougar baseball, play together, and just play the game the simple way. And if we do that and we're clicking on all cylinders, we get it done.
Coach, good luck.
All right, thank you.
That's head coach Jody Nutt. More on our pregame show comes up after this.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Kentucky's outdoors is calling, and the time to answer is now. From world-class fishing on our lakes, rivers, and streams to renowned deer, turkey, small game, and other great hunting opportunities across the Commonwealth, don't forget your hunting and fishing license. Don't hunt or fish? You can still support conservation by joining Kentucky Wild and helping protect our most vulnerable wildlife. Hunting and fishing licenses, Kentucky Wild memberships, they're investments in our wildlife and outdoor spaces, so they thrive for generations to come. Get yours today at fw.ky.gov.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. That's where the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan comes in. With competitive low interest rates and no application, late, or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back here to Muhlenberg County High School, where Grayson County is about to take on the Mustangs of Muhlenberg in the third region quarterfinals. Winner is scheduled to play Owensboro Catholic tomorrow at 5:30 as Catholic defeated Muhlenberg County 11-1 in 6 innings. Again, they are scheduled to play as well. If you've just walked outside the last couple of days, you might know that it's been a little wet. I know I played golf over the weekend, and it was more like mud golf. Not that I'm a great golfer anyways, but we were tearing up the course in more ways, even just as a good golfer. People were tearing it up just because it was muddy and mucky. And as you can imagine, the field, I talked to somebody who walked out there earlier and said it is slick, especially in the outfields, and that'll be something that, will be a factor as this game goes along, and how that becomes a factor in which team could impact that the most could be the team that wins this game. As Grayson County takes on Meade County in the third region quarterfinals. The second straight year these two teams have matched up in this game, as Meade County won last year at Whitesville Trinity 4-0 and then went on to win the region before losing in the state round of 16 to Louisville Trinity, who went on to win the state championship. Let's meet the starting lineups for both these teams. First off, we'll give you the home team that will be on the scoreboard today the Green Wave of Meade County. Leading off will be the right fielder, Grayson Rhodes. Batting second in center field, Austin Stansbury. The 3-hole hitter will be the starting pitcher, Jeffrey Johnson. Batting fourth and catching, Gavin Brown. The 5-hole hitter will be the third baseman, John Honecker. Batting sixth at first is Dylan Tucker. The 7-hole hitter will be the second baseman, Cale Redmond. Batting eighth, the designated hitter is Ethan Jolly. And batting ninth in left field is Aiden Flaherty. Once more, that lineup for Meade County will be Rhodes in right, Stansbury in center, Johnson on the mound, Brown catching, Honecker at third, Tucker at first, Redmond at second, Jolly the DH for Santos, who will be the shortstop, and Flaherty will bat ninth and be the left fielder. Meade County coached by Justin Ambergy, and they bring in a 21-7 record, finishing 4-1 in the 11th district. Now the lineup for the Grayson County Cougars, 13-15, 4-4 in district play. They finish as the 12th district runner-up with a 10-7 loss to Butler County in the district championship that was held last Tuesday evening. Here's how the Cougars will line up. Leading off will be the catcher, Jake Bradsher. Batting second, the center fielder, Jet Hawkins. The 3-hole hitter will be the shortstop, Chase Balnock. Batting fourth and pitching, Gage Napier. The 5-hole hitter will be the first baseman, Rod Morris. Batting sixth at third base, Case Rogers. The latter third will be Spencer Langdon at second. Kaysen Burden gets the start as the DH. And Zach Snyder will bat ninth and be the left fielder. Bryce Abersold will be the fielder for Burden, and he will be in right field. Once more, the lineup for the Cougars. Bradsher catching, Hawkins at center, Balnock at short, Napier on the mound, Morris at first, Rogers at third, and the latter third of Langdon at second, Burden the DH, and Snyder the left fielder. Abersold will be in right field and will not hit here in today's game. These two teams played back on March the 30th. It was Meade County that won 5-0. Cougars struck out 11 times that day, but Gage Napier did not pitch that evening. Maybe the tides will turn here today as the Cougars try to upset the defending region champion, the Meade County Green Wave. This has been your Locker Room Show, and when we come back, we'll have first pitch from Greenville. Hopefully the rain will hold off, as it looks like the skies, at least for this moment, have, and when I say cleared up, I mean it's cleared up on an overcast day, as you can see, as the clouds look more like overcast rather than, hey, it's about to rain. And let's hope that can hold off for the rest of the day, but especially for our game, which is game 2 of the day, as the game is already delayed an hour, and it was supposed to start 30 minutes ago, so we're going to be starting probably about 35 minutes later than expected. This has been your Locker Room Show. Grayson and Meade, third region quarterfinals come up next, as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
In every Kentucky community, families are working hard, but struggling to access what should be basic essentials, housing and childcare. Not luxuries, not extras, essentials. The Kentucky Chamber is focused on improving access to housing and childcare at all ages and stages because Kentucky's families and businesses depend on it. When Kentuckians speak up, legislators listen. Go to OpportunityStartsHere.com and add your name because a stronger Kentucky starts with housing and childcare. OpportunityStartsHere.com.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean Master of Adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to Muhlenberg County, where Grayson County about to take on the Meade County Green Wave in the third region quarterfinals, as the Cougars will be going up against the senior starting pitcher Jeffrey Johnson. He'll be making his 12th appearance. He's in his 8th start. He's a record of 4-3. Does have a save. 56 strikeouts and 18 walks in 35 2/3 innings pitched. He has an ERA just above 2 at 2.16. Johnson did come in relief in the region quarterfinal matchup between these two teams last year and was pretty good out of the bullpen against the Cougars. That lineup for Grayson that he will be facing: Bratcher, Hawkins, Bonnock, Napier, Morris, Rogers, Langdon, Burden, and Snyder. It's about time for us to roll. Looks like Paul Leachman will be calling the balls and strikes behind the dish, as game was already delayed an hour to help the field continue to dry out from the massive amounts of rain that we have had over these last couple of days. And we will now be starting about 35 to 40 minutes later than the original scheduled time, as the Owensboro Catholic and Muhlenberg County game went a little long in game number 1. Final warm-up pitches are being thrown, and it's about time for us to roll. Jake Bratcher to get us started for Grayson County. Bratcher, a .337 average with 9 RBIs, 3 doubles, a triple, and 28 runs. Johnson, the starting pitcher here today. Bratcher, .337 here, but has been playing his best baseball over these last couple of weeks, and what better time to do it? Hits in 8 of his last 9, and the first pitch is fouled off, and this game is underway. 2:07 first pitch here, looking like temperatures pretty relatively cool, I guess, for some of these May games that we've had. 77 degrees, overcast skies here in Greenville. The 0-1 swing and a miss for Bratcher. Hits in 8 of his last 9, reached in 14 of the last 15. Had a really good district tournament. Went 6 for 9 in the 12th district tournament. That saw the Cougars finish as the district runner-up. Pitch from Johnson misses outside. We're 1 ball and 2 strikes here early. In the month of May, Bratcher closing his senior season on a high note, hitting .435. He's been outstanding. And that pitch misses outside, and that'll even us up here at 2-2. Top half of the first inning between Grayson County and Meade County. Winner will move on to tomorrow's region semifinal game against Owensboro Catholic, the break-even. Bratcher, slow grounder in the hole to the left side. Santos, the shortstop, gets it, throws on, and just in time beats Bratcher by half a step down at first. And there's the first out of the game. Jet Hawkins, the speedy center fielder for Grayson County. Hawkins, .303 average with 15 runs batted in, 6 doubles, and 3 triples. The left-handed hitting center fielder for the Cougars. Hawkins had a good district tournament as well, scored 4 runs in those games, and he swings and misses at the first pitch from Johnson. Fouled off left side. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Hawkins. Hawkins slowed a little bit over these last couple of weeks after he was hitting nearly 400 at the midway point in the season, and he'll go down on strikes, the high heat on the outside corner. And the first 2 are out for Grayson County here in the top half of the first inning. Chase Bonnock comes in. Bonnock hitting .338, 14 RBIs, 6 doubles for Grayson County. He has been on fire as of late. And the first pitch he'll see from Jeffrey Johnson is popped up behind the dish. Brown will give it an eye, and it bounces off the net. No play behind the dish. Bonnock hits in 11 of his last 12 games, and during that stretch of that 12-game period, he's hitting .576 with an OPS of 1.322. And if you're not a baseball purist or maybe not an analytical brain as far as that to say 1.322 is an elite OPS is maybe the biggest understatement in the world. Breaking ball misses high and inside. They usually classify as an elite OPS at over 1,000. And he is 320 points above that over these last 12 games. He'll foul it into the Meade County dugout down the first base line, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Balnock, of course, a really good basketball player. The spark plug off the bench of the Cougar basketball team that saw them win the region championship. In fact, defeated this Meade County team in that game. 1-2 to Balnock. Off-speed pitch, dots the outside corner, called strike 3, and the Cougars go down on strikes. It takes Meade County 12 pitches to get through the top half of the first inning. It's Grayson County 0 and the Green Wave are coming up as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive across from Farmer's Feed Mill. Box Drop Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Gage Napier getting the start for Grayson County here in today's game. Napier making his 11th start, has a record of 5-3, an ERA of 2.06, 62 strikeouts, 25 walks, and 64 2/3 of an inning. Gage has been this Grayson County team's workhorse over the last, really 5 seasons. As he came in relief against Edmondson County in a district game as an 8th grader and was outstanding that day, and really since that point he's been the ace of this Grayson County pitching staff and making what very well could be his final start as a Grayson County Cougar here today, regardless of the result of today's game. Grayson County, obviously, it would be a massive upset for them to go through and win the region to give Gage another opportunity to pitch in the state tournament, but it is, no matter what happens here today for Gage, it has been an incredible career for the senior, and he'll be taking his talents up the road from where we are here to Kentucky Wesleyan to be playing baseball next season. He'll be facing the Meade County starting lineup that looks as this: Rhodes, Stansbury, Johnson, Brode, Honecker, Tucker, Redmond, Jolly, and Flaherty. And it'll be the left-handed hitting right fielder Grayson Rhodes to get us started here in the bottom of the first inning. No score early, and there's a foul ball. Check swing that just barely got part of the bat of Grayson Rhodes. Rhodes, 374 average, 17 runs batted in, 13 doubles, and 3 triples for the Green Wave, the leadoff hitter. The 0-1 pitch coming from Napier. Lines and fires, and it's way outside, bounces off the glove of Bradsher. 1 ball, 1 strike here, no score early, bottom half of the first inning. Winner will play Owensboro Catholic tomorrow, at least scheduled to play Owensboro Catholic tomorrow at 5:30 here at Muhlenberg County High School. We'll see what Mother Nature says about that. The 1-1. Outside it misses, and we're 2 balls and 1 strike. Napier, always a very quick worker on the mound. He likes to find that pace early. The 2-1 to Rhodes is low and inside, and it is 3-1. Very similar to the start of the game last week at Edmonson County. He threw a first pitch strike and then threw 4 straight out of the zone to the leadoff hitter in that game. And it wasn't Gage's best performance in the district semifinals. Did just enough to win. Fly ball ripped into right center field. Long run for Jet Hawkins, and he's not going to get there as it's over his head, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Grayson Rhodes, he's thinking 3. The throw-in comes in. It's over the head of the cutoff man, Ballnock, and a leadoff stand-up triple for Grayson Rhodes. If that would have been a clean cutoff field by Ballnock, they would have potentially had a play at third, but Hawkins just overthrew Ballnock. The wind is blowing straight out. You got to wonder if the wind might have had an impact on that. Austin Stansbury, 333 average with 16 RBIs, has an opportunity to give Meade County an early 1-0 advantage with that run standing just 90 feet away. Inside pitch called ball 1. Napier trying to work on the mound right now. It is very wet, obviously, with the amount of rain that we've had. You got to wonder for a pitcher to get your footing, how challenging that might be. 1-0 is a ground ball to Ballnock at shortstop. He bobbles it, he recovers, he throws, it's not in time. That'll play to run. E6 makes it a 1-0 Meade County lead. As Ballnock, it was a tougher play, but one that you probably say you'd see him make a lot of times. The ground out, though, or the ground ball does make it an error and puts the runner on first. It'll be Jeffrey Johnson, the pitcher, going to try and help himself out. Johnson, 308, 19 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a triple. Stansbury, the runner on first. Infield at third. Rogers expecting a bunt, does remain in. Johnson does show bunt. Napier delivers, the runner is off. The throwdown is in time, it looks like, and he's out. What a throw by Jake Bratcher to gun down Stansbury. Stansbury caught stealing for the first time this season. He had been a perfect 15 of 15 prior to that point. He got a pretty good jump, but Jake Bratcher showing why he was the starting quarterback of the football team with a dot to Ballnock. That does clear the bases. Pitch in the dirt makes it 1-1. It's 1-0 Meade County leading here bottom half of the first inning. After the leadoff triple came around to score on the error. One ball, 1 strike, 1 down. And swing and a miss at the pitch outside for Johnson. If anything, this is kind of a fresh start for Napier. You know, with no one on base and you get the runner caught stealing, you have to really just focus on what you can control. The 1-2 to Johnson just misses low. Looked like a really good pitch from Napier. We're a little off-centered in the press box here at Muhlenberg County High School. A little tough for us to see. That might have been just a hair low. Break even coming from Napier. With 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning, he goes to high heat and blows it right by Jeffrey Johnson. He goes down on strikes. First strikeout of the game for Gage Napier is out number 2 in the first. Gavin Brown comes in to hit now, the starting catcher. Brown hitting .400 this season with 22 RBIs. And when Johnson went back into the dugout, he said something to Brown. Maybe he picked up something from Napier. And first pitch, ground ball right back to Napier. He'll backhand it on the mound, throw on to first, and that is the inning. But Meade County gets the leadoff triple and turns it in to a 1-0 lead through 1, as it is Meade County 1 and the Cougars 0. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Grayson County trails 1-0 as we head to the top half of the second inning from Muhlenberg County High School, the third region quarterfinals. Cougars went in order in the top half of the inning with a couple of strikeouts. When they played this Meade County team back in the month of March, they struck out 11 times that day. Napier will lead us off. 346, 21 RBIs, 5 doubles. Leads the team in OPS at just below 870 for Grayson. Trying to help himself out, and the first pitch is a fastball low from Johnson. Napier coming off a strong district tournament where he had some clutch hits, 5 RBIs, including that big one in the semifinals that tied the game up at 5 against Edmonson County. A double down the line, and he'll pop one right side, just foul down the right field line. As he poked it down there, and it was fouled by probably about 3 feet for Napier. Gage has really brought the bat along for Grayson County this season. 1-1. High chopper up the middle. This is going to be a tough play. Redmond at second comes over, throwing across, and it's not in time as it bounces away from the first baseman. Tucker bounces off the dugout. Napier will stay put at first, but the leadoff runner is on base with the infield hit. I think Napier was going to beat that anyways, even though the ball was not fielded cleanly. That was a really tough play for Redmond that he made close. Rod Morris gets his first plate appearance now with a runner on first base. Infield comes in expecting a bunt, and the fastball is a cold strike. Morris brings a .254 average with 8 RBIs and a couple of doubles. He had a strong district tournament as well. As the pitch misses outside to move us to 1-1. Went 2 for 5, 3 walks, and 2 RBIs in the 2 games. The 1-1. Breaking ball dots inside for a called strike, and we are 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Nobody out, top of the second inning, 1-0. Meade County leads Grayson. Napier the runner at first. Johnson comes ready at the belt, looks back at second, and throws a pitch outside. Meade County, Flaherty in left, Stansbury in center, Rhodes in right, around the horn, Honecker at third, Santos short, Redmond at second, and Tucker at first with Brown hanging the signs for the senior Johnson. The break-even pitch is fouled off back towards us there. If we didn't have a net, they might have needed a new window in this press box. Did they say that the net protects the fans? I think most times it protects the broadcasters. The break-even off-speed pitch is a slow roller to Santos at second. They'll go to second for 1. No throw going to first. It'll be a fielder's choice for out number 1 in the second inning. That was hit way too slow to have any chance. And turn in the double play. Napier, though, is out. Case Rogers, the freshman, hitting .228, 10 RBIs and a double. He struggled over these last couple of weeks, only hitting 2 for his last 20. And another slow roller to Santos at short. On the low bounce, he'll throw. Nice pick by Tucker at first to get Rogers, but advancing down to second is going to be Rod Morris. The Cougars are at least squaring up Johnson somewhat, where in the first inning they really made no contact whatsoever. I mean, it's all slow grounders. But hopefully you can expand upon that. 2 down, though, in the inning. Spencer Langdon comes up. .208 average. He's really in an offensive rut over the last 12 games. 1 for his last 19. Pitch misses low and inside. Now, the positive is during that stretch, the hits haven't come, but he's reached base 10 times during that. So his on-base percentage is .367. That's at least a positive that, you're seeing him work walks even though the swing might not necessarily be there. 1-0 coming to Langdon. He swings and misses at that pitch. The count will go to 1-1 Rod Morris stands down on second. Cougars trailing 1-0 here, top half of the second inning in the third region quarterfinals. Johnson a long look in. Langdon waves the bat on that left shoulder, and the fastball misses high and outside. Langdon wears the bright green, almost slime-colored batting gloves that were given to him by his senior teammate Jake Bratcher. Jake didn't want to wear them anymore, so Spencer said, well, I will. The 2-1. High and inside. So one thing about Langdon that is impressive, because you will see sometimes when players are in a slump, they'll be swinging at everything because they want to get a hit to break out of the slump. But he'll work the count. He'll take his free pass however he can. A walk is the same as a single in a lot of ways. The 3-1 coming to Langdon. A swing and a miss, and the count will go full. Morris, the runner, down on second. 1-0, Meade leads Grayson. Langdon, the hitter. 3-2 pitch coming from Johnson. Takes a peek at Morris, now delivers. And Langdon will swing and miss and go down on strikes. Cougars put a runner in scoring position but can't get him any further. They trail 1-0 as we head to the bottom of 2. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/actnow.
In every Kentucky community, families are working hard, but struggling to access what should be basic essentials, housing and childcare. Not luxuries, not extras, essentials. The Kentucky Chamber is focused on improving access to housing and childcare at all ages and stages because Kentucky's families and businesses depend on it. When Kentuckians speak up, legislators listen. Go to OpportunityStartsHere.com and add your name because a stronger Kentucky starts with housing and childcare. OpportunityStartsHere.com.
Did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Bottom of the second inning, Grayson County trails Meade County 1-0. Gage Napier back out for another inning of work, facing 5, 6, 7 in the order. Couple of scores from around the area. Owensboro Catholic 11-1 over Muhlenberg County. That was game one of the quadruple header here today. I looked down, and not necessarily what you want to see. There is a rain delay happening in the fourth region. Luckily, that's a little south of us. That's happening at WKU in their softball tournament. So hopefully that rain stays to the south and not bothering us here in beautiful Greenville. It'll be Honecker to lead off for Meade County, 383, couple of homers, 16 RBIs. And the first pitch from Napier is a called strike. Napier gave up a leadoff triple that came around to score on the error, but then has really settled in since that point. Inside, just barely misses Honecker. You'll see Gage hit a decent percentage of hitters just because he really tries to establish that inside part of the zone. The 1-1. And that one slipped out of his hands and nearly hit Honecker in the head. Honecker appears to be okay as he ended up missing him. A little chin music from Napier, and I don't know that there's necessarily a message for it, but it can be an unintended message. And as a hitter, that's in the back of your mind because that's the one place you really don't want to get hit. The 2-1, just barely, I think maybe getting a piece of it, was going to be Honecker. Maybe it is just a swing and a miss. As it popped out of the glove of Bratcher. And the count will go even at 2-2. Nobody out. Bottom of the second inning, Grayson trailing 1-0 here against Meade County. Break even coming to from Gage Napier is a fly ball left field. Zach Snyder going back towards the track makes the catch for out number one. Zach Snyder has played a good outfield. He's made a couple of diving catches in the field as well. Dylan Tucker, the first baseman, .213 average with 15 runs batted in, 4 doubles. Does have a triple as well. Another senior on this Meade County squad, coached by Justin Ambergy. Ground ball, third base, underneath the glove and booted by Case Rogers. It squirts up the left field line. Tucker takes a hard turn around first, but he will stay put there. E5 puts another runner on base, and that's the second error on the Grayson County infield in as many innings. And if you are trying to pull off an upset, you can't have easy errors on that, especially with a slower runner at the plate. Take your time, field your throw, and don't let anything happen. Cale Redman, first pitch outside, he will see. Redman, 178 average with 15 RBIs. Will work walks, does have 11 walks. And the 1-0 just misses outside, and it is 2 balls and no strikes. One down here in the bottom of the second inning. Grayson County trails Meade County 1-0 here at Muhlenberg County High School. Third region quarterfinals. The 2-0. Outside goes the backstop. Tucker will advance to second on the wild pitch from Napier. And it is 3 balls and no strikes here. Actually, it's 2-1 is the count on that. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by Redmond at the high heat. And even us up here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Meade County won the region a year ago. That was at Whitesville Trinity. Having to make a long trip here to Muhlenberg. A foul ball at the pitch inside. 96.4 miles from Meade County High School to Muhlenberg County High School. In a car that would take you an hour and 47 minutes. Probably in a bus, you're looking at well over 2 hours to get here for today's game. And you got to wonder how much of a factor that could be, but Meade was here a long time ago, so they've probably been out and stretching and ready to go. Pitch way high, bounces off. Bratcher's going to throw it to third, and an awkward tumble on the slide for Tucker, but he's safe anyways. As it was way high on the pitch, it's a wild pitch from Napier. Allows the runner to get down to third. And Tucker appears to be shaken up down at third on the slide. A very awkward tumble for Tucker. And being talked to right now by our third base umpire and also by head coach Justin Ambergy, and appears he's okay. Three balls, two strikes now, one down, bottom of the second. Meade leads 1-0. And there's a swing and a miss. The high heat goes Napier, blows it by the hitter, Redmond. It'll be the designated hitter now, Ethan Jolly, to get his first plate appearance of the game. Jolly, 255, 12 RBIs, 6 doubles. Napier trying to strand a runner on third base. And the first pitch lying down the left field line, but foul. The 0-1 coming from Napier, 2 down. High and outside, and it is 1 ball, 1 strike here from Napier. Meade County got here with a win in the district championship game against Hancock County, who had upset Breck in the semis. It was the biggest upset by far in the region in district play. Called strike high and inside on the pitch to Jolly, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And they took down Hancock 10-0. And that really didn't even break a sweat. Playing at Fastwood Park. The 1-2 pitch from Napier. Down on strikes. Another strikeout for Gage. Napier strands the runner at third. We head to the third. It is 1-0. Meade County on top. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean Master of Adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Grayson County trails 1-0 as we head to the third inning of the third region quarterfinals. Winner to face Owensboro Catholic scheduled for tomorrow afternoon here at Muhlenberg County High School. Kaysen Burden leads us off in this inning. Burden a 188 average with 4 RBIs. Hasn't played a ton, but does have some pretty decent pop in that bat for the senior right-handed hitter. Be facing Jeffrey Johnson, and Johnson's first pitch of the third inning is well outside. Burton has one of the better bats that you've seen. In fact, his batting gloves match his bat as well. It is a hot pink bat that kind of morphs into blue, and his batting gloves match that. Called strike at the knees, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson high and inside. Burden swings and fouls it off. That was a protect me swing to the largest extent for Grayson Burden. One-two coming to Burden. Outside, called, strike 3. Down on strikes goes Grayson Burden, and that'll be the 9-hole hitter, Zach Snyder, for Grayson. Snyder, .320 average, 9 RBIs, 4 doubles. Hit a little bit of a rut after, his average a couple of weeks ago was well over 400. And, .320 is still pretty solid, but he's 1 for his last 9, and he swings and misses at the first pitch from Johnson. Snyder, though, wasn't originally a starter for this team and played well enough in JV that Jody Nutt couldn't keep him off the field. And that's always a good problem to have. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. And that will be 1-2 now to Snyder. Meade County is playing Snyder shaded to the right side for him to go opposite field out in the outfield. As the center fielder Stansbury, his pitch misses outside, is playing almost a shallow right center field. If Snyder could put one into the left center field gap, he could run for a while. The break even goes back to that fastball, and it's an outside corner strike. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jeffrey Johnson. And the lineup will flip back over to the top for Jake Bratcher. It's 5 strikeouts for Johnson of the first 9 batters he faced. Bratcher grounded out on a slow roller that Santos made a nice play on, and he swings and misses at the off-speed pitch there to make it 0-1. Johnson, the 0-1, slow roller to short again. Santos this time has more time, throwing down to first, and that is the inning. Very quick inning, taking only 11 pitches for Grayson County. We head to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0, Meade County on top. It's Cougar Baseball on K105.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive across from Farmer's Feed Mill. Box Drop Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Welcome back here to Muhlenberg County High School. Grayson County trails 1-0, bottom of the third inning. Gage Napier, the Cougars starting pitcher, been pretty good early on through the first 2 innings. Allowed only the 1 hit, 1 run that is technically going down as unearned with 3 strikeouts. So it goes down unearned, and one of those that probably should go down as earned because the runner was going to score regardless, but since there was an error on that ground ball, by rule it is an unearned run. Aiden Flaherty will lead off for Meade County here. It'll be 9-1-2 in the order. Flaherty, 229, does have a home run, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs, but the problem for Flaherty all season has been the strikeout. Leads the team 30 times, has gone down on strikes. He's behind in the count here at 0-1 as Napier throws one right down Broadway. Napier winds and delivers the 0-1, and it's chopped off foul down the left field line. Napier, the Kentucky Wesleyan baseball signee. And I'll tell you, Kentucky Wesleyan is getting just about as good of a kid as you can possibly find. The 0-2 goes outside. As you know, I was telling, I think it was actually a member of Gage's family, because I genuinely mean it. I can share it this way. As the 1-2 coming from Napier to Flaherty misses high, and it'll even us up here at 2-2. That, you know, I have never heard anybody say a bad word about Gage whatsoever. And, you know, sometimes you'll have a coach that, you know, they'll talk to us as broadcasters, and, you know, we'll ask, hey, you know, how is, you know, little Billy? And there's an off-speed pitch, strikeout for Gage Napier. And if it's just me and the coach talking in the locker room or something, he'll give me a straight answer as far as, oh, you know, little Billy might be a little bit of a wild card, or, you know, a rascal or something, or whatever word that you might want to realize. And tell you, if you ask any coach that has ever had Gage Napier, whether it is Jody Nutt or it is Travis Johnston, Gage played a couple of years of basketball, you will not hear them say anything negative about that, even if I forced them to do it. They wouldn't, because they think so highly of Gage as a player. Grayson Rhodes tripled into right center field to lead off the bottom of the first inning, and came around to score on the error that makes it a 1-0 game. But Kentucky Wesleyan is very lucky to have Gage. And outside is the first pitch to Rhodes. I know if you ask Jody Nutt, he'd love to find a way to get him some extra eligibility somehow in high school. Not only for his prowess on the field, but off. The 1-0. Called strike, or no, I guess it does miss slow. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Outfield playing very deep for Rhodes, who does have a lot of pop in his bat. His fourth triple of the season came back in the first inning, and it is 3 straight out of the zone. One zero. Bottom of the third inning. 1 down in the inning. Rhodes shows bunt, pulls back, and it's outside in a 4-pitch walk to Grayson Rhodes. Napier really not wanting anything to do with Rhodes whatsoever. Austin Stansbury reached on an error by Chase Balnock that plated Grayson Rhodes back in the first inning. That has been our lone run of the ball game. Rhodes, the runner on first. Morris is holding him on. Napier takes a peek over and delivers. Outside, back pick comes down, and if it would have been a little bit better of a throw, they'd have had Rhodes dead to rights. As the throw was a little towards the right side of first base, and if it would have been to the left side, I think Rhodes would have been out. 1-0. Rhodes is off and running. Fastball down the middle. It's a called strike. Throw down. The tag is not in time. It is a stolen base, though, for Grayson Rhodes. He was running on first movement from Napier and moves into scoring position now. Stansbury now has a chance to knock in another run. And it's outside, and it is 2-1. Napier in this inning struggling to find the zone. 8 of his 12 pitches have been outside the zone here in the third. Rhodes, aggressive secondary lead, and it's thrown to the backstop. Goes way outside to make it 3-1 on the wild pitch. Rhodes took a very hard turn around third. He was thinking about coming home, but ended up staying put. Gage takes a slow walk back to the mound after coming down to talk to Jake Bradsher. 3-1 pitch coming, one down, 1-0. Meade leads Grayson, trying to make it 2-0. And that's popped off right side, out of play, smacks off the concession stand down that right field line. And I don't know what coaching staff it is standing down there, but one member just looked up and saw it smack off over his head. You can tell he's a little worried after that. Full count. Now one down. This is a big pitch from Napier. And it's a fly ball, shallow left field. Snyder actually keeps going as it just kept carrying and carrying and carrying. That's going to be well deep enough to score Rhodes, and it's 2-0. Off the bat, it looked relatively shallow, and in the air, you could even see that Snyder had to readjust as that wind now is kind of blowing towards left field. It's been a swirling wind that has gone straight out, and now it's going towards left field. And it kind of caught the wind on that one as well. 2-0, Meade on top now. As Jeffrey Johnson, the pitcher, struck out swinging in his only plate appearance of the game. And that's be a slow grounder to third. Rogers eats him up, but he's able to recover and throws, and it gets underneath the glove of Rod Morris at first. Going on to second is Johnson. And it is now a runner on second base with another error for Grayson County. I'll go down as E5. As the throw was a little low. Probably a pick that you would hope your first baseman could make. And we're going to have a courtesy runner running at second. It'll be Brody Royce to run for the pitcher, Johnson. That is now the third error of the game for Grayson County. Gavin Brown grounded out to Napier in his lone plate appearance. And it misses low, ball one. You know, for Grayson County to have pulled off the upset here in today's game against Meade, and there's still a whole lot of baseball, they were going to have to play clean, and they have not played clean. 3 errors in 3 innings, that's just not going to get it done. I mean, you're not going to beat many teams having an error in an inning, let alone the defending region champion. 2-0 pitch to Brown. Line drive right at the shortstop. Bonnock goes down to the knee, makes the catch, and ends the inning. But Meade County does get another run. And we are through 3 full. It's 2-0, Meade County on top, as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a future designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at SOHD.info.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Meade County up 2-0 in the top of the 4th inning. Grayson County will have the heart of the order, though. Starting off with a 2-hole hitter, Jet Hawkins, to get us started against Jeffrey Johnson, who's been really good for the Green Wave. First time through, He has 5 strikeouts and allowed only the 1 hit, and that was the infield variety. Grayson County's yet to leave the infield against Johnson. Update from the 3rd Region softball tournament. Hancock County defeated Ohio County 4-3 in extra innings. Good game happening there on a walk-off hit. I know I heard Apollo has also won in the softball tournament that is being held at Davis County as they defeated Whitesville Trinity. You'll have Davis and Edmondson, Muhlenberg and Meade will match up. Jet Hawkins' first pitch swing, base hit left center field, just over top of the jumping Santos. And there's the leadoff runner on base for Grayson County. We mentioned they hadn't left the infield. Well, until then. Doesn't matter sometimes how hard you hit it, it just matters where you hit it. Chase Balnock comes in now, struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Hawkins the runner on first, and you'd imagine he's probably going to be off early on. Balnock shows bunt. It is a no contact made, but it is a swinging strike called by the home plate umpire, Paul Leachman. Balnock has shown that he is pretty good at the bunt. Makes an attempt at that, and it makes no contact again. And it is now 0-2, and presumably that bunt will now be taken off. The 0-2 pitch. Slow grounder in the hole. Santos goes to second for 1. The relay is not in time. Santos has played well at short, not letting anything get by. Only a freshman. So he had to backhand a slow roller and get a speedy Hawkins down at second. Gage Napier had an infield hit in his opening plate appearance of the game. Let's see if Jody Nutt will start Balnock. He's off and running. It's a hit and run, and Napier fouls it off right side out of play. 1 down here, top of the 4th inning, 2-0. Meade County leading Grayson in the 3rd Region quarterfinals. Cougars looking to win their first game in the region since 2014. And called strike on the cut fastball. He's got good movement on that fastball, does Johnson. Almost a sinker of sorts. The 0-2 breaking ball just fouled off. Just barely getting enough of it was Napier as he was fooled. Balnock was running on the play. And after that pitch, Brown, the catcher, is going to go out and chat with Johnson. And Jody Nutt will take the opportunity to talk to his senior, Gage Napier. Napier was someone, early on in his career that would be hit for. And he would be the true, pitcher and not hit. And now he's one of the Grayson County Cougars' best hitters. And I know when we were talking to him about it, he said he didn't really know that there was any true reason for it. Hard ground ball to shortstop. Santos flips to second for 1. The relay is in time. 6-4-3 double play. Ends the inning. And Grayson County's rally is shut down just like that. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0, Meade on top. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. But with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable. Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here? Biologically, no. Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savebythescan.org.
John Honecker leads off the bottom of the fourth inning for Meade County as the Green Wave lead Grayson 2-0 here from Muhlenberg County High School. If anything else, we might have a little sun peeking out here on a nice temperature-wise day. Of course, the main worry for the last couple of days, and even today a little bit, has been the dreaded four-letter word that starts with R. And the first pitch to Honecker is inside, fouled off. There were some discussions yesterday about maybe moving this game to a location in the region that has turf. But Muhlenberg did a lot of work to get this field ready to play here today, as we were delayed an hour, as our game was originally scheduled to start at 12:30. Inside pitch just misses. The count will go to 1-1. And we ended up starting about 35 minutes later than that. But better to play today than to get into some interesting decisions on playing later in the week and moving locations and so on. It could get messy, especially for Grayson. They have the wild card of being who I do believe is the only school in the region still in school. The 2-1. Ground ball, backhanded by the third baseman, Rogers. Nice play, the throw, the pick. Nice play by Grayson County. Rogers shows off the leather at third, and a nice pick down at first for Rod Morris. That is a really tough play because I don't think people realize just how far it is to throw from the third base foul line to first. On TV, it does not do it justice. Dylan Tucker called strike he sees on the first pitch. He reached on an error by Rogers in his first plate appearance. Cougars have had 3 errors in the first 3 innings of play, and a swing and a miss, actually fouled off, just barely getting enough of it, is Tucker. 1 down here as Meade leads 2-0. Napier comes with the 0-2, popped off out of play. But with Grayson being in school right now, it was going to throw a potential wild card into whether they would play in the middle of a school day or what, if it so happened to be that case. And thankfully, it didn't need to get to that point. The 0-2 popped up behind the dish. Bratcher will give it a chase, and it'll bounce out in front of us. Our windows are closed right now because of the threat of rain, but I don't know that I'd have been able to reach out there and make a play, and nor would I have tried because I guarantee would have made a fool of myself. The 0-2. High and inside from Napier. That's why I'm glad at Donley Field for home games for baseball is it would take a very weird foul ball to come into us. At softball, though, we do have to be ready from where we set up behind the dish. 1-2. Looper into right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit in front of Bryce Abersold. And a 1-out hit for Dylan Tucker. It's only the second hit of the game for the Green Wave, as most of their damage has come off of a free pass and a 3 errors for Grayson County. Cale Redmond struck out swinging against Napier in his first plate appearance. And swing and a miss there. Napier's looked good early. This is him at one of his best. He's keeping the Green Wave off balance, and a couple of defensive miscues have been the reason why this game isn't tied up at 0. Misses outside. And you could even throw, in a way, a wild pitch is kind of a defensive miscue by the pitcher, just throwing a pitch too low. And it's probably one of those that, if Jake Bratcher would go back and look, said, yeah, I probably should have fielded that. 1-1. Popped up, out of play. Behind our vantage point here in the nice press box at Muhlenberg County, just off their high school, is out in left field is their football stadium, and in right field is their softball stadium. They kind of have everything smushed into campus here, and kind of behind us to the left is where the high school actually sits. Pitch misses just low and evens us up here at 2-2. We haven't been down there to the football stadium in a couple of years. Former district rival of Grayson County. We made many trips climbing up what feels like 7,000 steps up top. Break-even pitch in the dirt, and the count will go full. As I think every single time I climb those steps at Muhlenberg County, it gets higher and higher every single time I do it. I don't know if that's a sign of getting old or what. Full count pitch coming with 1 down in the inning. Ground ball, slow and foul down the third base line to Rogers. And we'll do the full count pitch once more time. Nice battle happening here between the senior Gage Napier and the sophomore Cale Redmond. 3-2 pitch coming. Just misses high, and that will be the second walk of the game, and there's 2 runners on now with 1 down in the bottom of the 4th inning for Ethan Jolly. Jolly struck out against Napier in his first plate appearance. Wind has picked up. The flag that stands out in right center field is stretched all the way out. And that's a line drive down the left field line, and that's a fair ball. It's going to go all the way into the corner. Zach Snyder hurries to pick it up. 1 run will score. They're going to wave around Redmond as well. Ballnock will pick it up. He'll fire to the plate. The throw is not in time, and a double down the left field line. Plates a pair, and Grayson County trails 4-0. Aiden Flaherty struck out in his lone plate appearance. And now it's a big extra run there. They talk a lot about getting a team out of slam range. And right now Grayson is still in slam range. But 4 for the way the bats are working right now seems and feels like 8. Swing and a miss to Flaherty. As they always say, walks will haunt. And that walk came around to bite. 0-1 just fouled off the foot of Flaherty, and he's going to take a couple extra seconds to walk that one off. The 0-2. Misses inside, and it is 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 down, bottom of the 4th inning. Meade County has plated 2 in the inning, and they lead Grayson 4-0. The 1-2. Ground ball, third base, and it gets through in the hole in left field. They're going to hold the lead runner at third, but another base hit on the slow roller. This 1-out rally continues for the Green Wave, and it flips over to the guy you didn't want to come up, and that's Grayson Rhodes. Rhodes has scored 2 runs. He's tripled and walked in today's game. And timeout, Tyler Harrell pitching coach for Grayson County, is going to go out to have a conversation with Gage Napier, taking his time to talk to his senior hurler. And I'm sure this is just a conversation saying, hey, you're okay. Let's get back to the way you looked in the first 3 innings, which is pretty darn good for Gage. And a lot of this, too, for Meade, it's not a ton of loud contact. Paul Leachman, the home plate umpire, walks his way out to the mound to break up this conversation. And just before he gets there, Tyler Harrell gives Gage Napier a fist bump.
Welcome back to the plate, number 13, Grayson Rhodes.
Napier at 71 pitches right now in the 4th inning. Rhodes 1 for 1, runners on the corners, 1 out. Pickoff move, and they have him caught. Morris will, no, he misses the tag, and he gets back, does Flaherty. Morris started to run him towards second, took a peek at Jolly, the lead runner at third, and as soon as the hesitation happened, Flaherty dives back towards first. Grayson's just got to find a way. When you get a guy picked off like that, you got to get him out. And that goes outside, the first pitch to Grayson Rhodes. The 1-0. Called strike on the inside corner. Good pitch from Napier. We haven't seen him go low and inside often. I'd like to see him try and establish that. That's a tough pitch to hit. 1-1 to Rhodes. Fly ball deep into right field. Abersold going back. Keep going back, and he's not going to get there. He falls down, and it goes off the wall. 1 run will score. The second run is going to stay at third as he had to wait and make sure as Abersold stumbled into the wall. And it is now a 5-0 Meade County lead. Abersold has not played a ton of right field, stepping into that hole, and he clearly did not get a good read on that at all, as it was right over his head, and for a second I thought it might have left the yard. Austin Stansbury reached on an error and had a sacrifice fly in this game. Still only 1 out, and that's popped straight up in the infield. Balnock at short has it read. He has it grabbed for the second out. Jeffrey Johnson, the pitcher, trying to help himself out here. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and has reached on an error as well. Meade leads the game now 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Grayson's going to have to keep an eye, too, on that pitch count for Napier, now at 75. Inside pitch, first one to Johnson, is ball 1. Runners on second and third. 2 down here in the 4th. Breaking ball misses inside, and it is 2-0. Napier takes a peek at Flaherty at third. Comes with a 2-0. Fouled off the foot of Johnson. You'll have Hancock and McLean will be the next game, and then you'll have Apollo taking on Butler to close out the evening. And that game might be starting late. Napier coming with the 2-1. 3 runs have already crossed the plate in this inning. Line drive, base hit left field. That's going to plate one run. Here comes the second. Rhodes will come in to score standing up, and the base hit underneath the glove of Chase Balnock at short makes it a 7-0 Meade County lead. Jody Nutt now is going to come out and talk to Gage Napier, and I'm not sure if this is going to be a pitching change or what. And nope, Jody Nutt says, I am talking to Gage one-on-one right now. And I am assuming this conversation, a lot of this too, is going to be to Gage. Jody Nutt and Gage have as good of a relationship as a coach and a player could possibly have. I'm sure he's probably asking Gage, okay, what do you want to do right now? Gage, one of the better pitchers Grayson County has had in a long time, probably asking, do you want to stay in? Do you want to come out? And Gage, knowing him, he probably said, I want to finish what I started. Gavin Brown 0 for 2, lined out and grounded out. Gone to Balnock both times. Seven to 0, Meade County leads Grayson. And first pitch goes to the backstop, well outside. On the wild pitch, probably one that Bratcher needs to field. The 1-0 coming. Inside, and it is a called strike, making us to 1-1 here. 2 down in the bottom of the fourth inning. Meade County has scored 5 runs to lead 7 to 0. Taking a peek, now delivering, and that is foul down the left field line. Towards the gate to enter down the left side. If you're planning on making the trip here to either of these games, there are 2 entrances, one down the left field line and one down the first base line. So I didn't even realize there was a place to park down the first base line. Would have been a little bit closer of a walk. 1-2 pitch coming, 2 down. Napier takes a peek at second. Now comes with the 1-2. Popped up in the infield. Actually, it's more to center field. Charging in to make the play, jumping up into the air to make it is Jet Hawkins, and that is the inning. But Meade County puts 5 runs on the board on 5 hits. We're through 4 full. It's Meade County 7, Grayson County 0. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean Master of Adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Struggling with mortgage debt from COVID? Team Kentucky can help. If you restructured your home loan and deferred payments to the end of your mortgage, you may qualify for up to $60,000 in assistance to pay off that debt. Help is also available for other COVID-related hardships if you meet income guidelines. Apply today at www.protectmykyhome.org. This ad is sponsored by Kentucky Housing Corporation, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Rod Morris opens up the fifth inning of offense for Grayson County. They trail Meade 7-0. Morris grounded into a fielder's choice in his first plate appearance. Umpires getting set. And here comes the first pitch from Jeffrey Johnson, and it's fouled off by Morris. For Johnson, been pretty pitch efficient. He's gone 4 innings, allowed only a couple of hits, and struck out 5. The 0-1. Called strike, outside corner, and it is no balls and 2 strikes. Johnson had 5 strikeouts the first time through the order. Hasn't struck out many, though, in the last couple, and that's a line drive base hit into left center field. Rod Morris takes a hard turnaround first and goes back to first after the center fielder Stansbury got over really quick. It was kind of an awkward round for Morris. He's held us to the single. Case Rogers grounded out in his lone plate appearance. Meade expecting a bunt. Shades in on the grass, Honecker at third. Rogers doesn't show bunt. And that little sinker dots the outside corner for a called strike. Johnson's got really good movement on that pitch. The 0-1, way inside. Rogers, of course, the younger brother of Levi Rogers, who's taking his, been playing his college baseball at Asbury and played a lot as a freshman. 1-1, swing and a miss. Levi had a really good career as a Grayson County Cougar as well. I saw him before the game. He was talking with Gage Napier before he started his warm-up routine. 1-2. Coming to Rogers. Is outside, and that'll even us up here at 2-2. Grayson County trails the game 7-0 against Meade County in the top half of the 5th inning. The break even coming to Rogers. Is popped right side, well out of play, and that's near where a bunch of cars are parked. And thankfully, this is where I'm glad that I parked way down the left side. Didn't have to worry about that. So it might not be fun when you park and walk, but it's a whole lot more fun than replacing a windshield. The break even, called strike 3 at the knees. Rogers goes down on strikes, the 6th strikeout of the game for Johnson. And it'll be Spencer Langdon who struck out in his first plate appearance.
Next up, number 00, Spencer Langdon.
Morris, the runner on first. 1 down, top of 5. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. First one from the pitcher Johnson. Langdon, an all-region basketball player for Grayson County. And, you know, he wasn't first team this year. There's a cold strike at the knees, but I would imagine he'd be one of the leading candidates to be a first-team player next year. The stats don't always show it for Spencer, but he does so many of the little things. He played really well at Rupp. There's a cold strike outside corner. And as soon as baseball season's over, he'll be hitting the hardwood as summer basketball starts next week. The 1-2 inside, and the count will go even at 2-2. Though the Cougar basketball team, they'll be playing at WKU for some games. They'll be playing in that Lexington tournament that is a week earlier than usual, and then they'll also be playing in a tournament at Central Hardin as well during the summer portion of the schedule, and then got some other dates littered through the schedule. I know they're even headed to St. X for a day. Break even coming to Langdon with 1 down. It's inside, and the count will go full. I know I'm looking forward to getting out and watching the team play a couple of games. I like baseball, but the one pro to basketball is it's always 72 and sunny in there. 3-2. Inside, and Langdon works a walk. Cougars might have a little something working here in the top of the 5th inning, and they're going to have to get it going in a hurry with a 7-0 deficit, and we have timeout called as there is going to be a mound visit happening. Member of the Meade County coaching staff coming out to talk to Jeffrey Johnson. Johnson at 62 pitches right now. Has struck out 6. Allowed only the 3 Grayson County hits. And it was a short conversation as heading back out. Now Paul Leachman, the home plate umpire, didn't even really have to leave from behind the dish. Kaysen Burden struck out in his first plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. Runners on first and second. Grayson County trails 7-0. 1 down, top of 5. Johnson takes a peek at second to Morris, and that's a pitch right down Broadway for a called strike. Burden, that was a backward K, too, back in his first plate appearance in the 3rd. Cougars got to find a way to start pushing some runs across the plate. You're down 7. No such thing as a 7-run home run. And the ball bounces away from the catcher, Brown, but Morris stayed put at second. And Spencer Langdon was about halfway there, and Jody Nutt looks down at Morris and saying, hey, why didn't you make an effort to come down? As the catcher, Brown, just couldn't find the ball. One ball, one strike. Runners on first and second, 1 down. Burden watches it outside. And he's ahead in the count now at 2 balls and 1 strike. The outfield is playing very, very shallow on Burden. And that pitch is outside, and it is 3 balls and 1 strike, 1 down in the 5th. I mean, the right fielder, Rhodes, is playing almost a little league right field. He is very shallow. And that's pretty much straight across. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 down. Burden watches it right down the middle for a called strike. And they try to back pick Langdon down at first, and Langdon in there easily. The dreaded back pick. And you're up 7-0. I don't think there's any reason you should back pick in that scenario. I mean, if you throw it up the right field line, that can plate 2, and that can start a rally. Full count pitch. Let's see if the runners will be off and moving. With only 1 out. They are not. 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. Burden goes down on strikes. And Zach Snyder will try to continue the rally for Grayson. He struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Runners on first and second. Morris the runner on second. Langdon a large lead down at first for Zach Snyder. And outside is the first pitch Snyder sees. Snyder now 1 for his last 10. After having a blistering middle of the season where he was hitting over 400. Slowed back down over the last couple of weeks. 1-0 to Snyder. popped off, and that'll head towards behind the Meade County fans behind us. I always like turning and watching the fan base to see who's going to give them a heads up to who's not paying attention back, probably where somebody would make a phone call or something behind the press box. Or also, you'll have where it'll be close to where cars will park, you can always tell the reaction from whose car it is. Ball outside, and it is 2-1. They fake the back pick again this time. 2 balls, 1 strikes now. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning, 7-0. Meade County leads Grayson. Zach Snyder, the hitter. Johnson, the pitcher. Snyder pops it up in the infield. And that will end the inning. Santos comes in to grab it. Grayson County threatens but can't get any across. We head to the bottom of 5. It's 7-0. Meade County on top. This is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive across from Farmer's Feed Mill. Box Drop Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Smith Overhead Door isn't just about opening and closing. We're about safety, security, and style for your home or business. As a Future Designs company, we're lifting expectations across Grayson and surrounding counties with top brands like CHI and Chamberlain.
Hey there, I'm Kevin Brooks with Smith Overhead Door. Whether it's a sturdy LiftMeister for your garage or a sleek Clopay door for your shop, we install and service with a commitment to reliability. Smith Overhead Door, we're opening up possibilities.
Secure your entrance at sohd.info.
For each life moment, your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. Your kids may be eligible now, even if you've applied before. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Get started now at insurekidsnow.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Bottom of the 5th inning. John Honecker leads off for Meade County. And the check swing is a cold strike on the inside corner. Meade County leading Grayson 7-0. Honecker 0 for 2. Has flown out the left and grounded out in today's game. That misses outside for ball 1. Gage Napier had that rough 4th inning, but other than that, has looked good today. Has been able to, limit some contact as there's another little blooper for Meade County. That's been most of their contact is just bloop singles. And that's really all that'll take. Right in front of Bryce Abersold, some misfields for Grayson. A ball that technically was done a hit as Abersold went back and couldn't make the play against the wall. And a misplay out in right center field as well earlier on in the game. And now Jody Nutt is going to go back out and talk to Gage Napier. And let's see if he might be getting the ball from Napier. And it looks like he is. Going to give Jody Nutt a hug. And Gage Napier's going to head off the mound. And you know what? The Cougar faithful are giving him a big round of applause, and he deserves every bit of that. Gage Napier had himself one heck of a career for Grayson County, one of the better pitchers in Cougar baseball history. And, over 300 strikeouts, a ton of wins, a ton of innings. And, it hurts right now for him, but he should hold his head high because he has a lot to be proud of. And his baseball career is far from over as he's going to be heading up the road into Owensboro to play at Kentucky Wesleyan. We'll take a break, tell you who the new pitcher is after this, as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Measles cases are on the rise, but there's good news. The MMR vaccine is the safest way to protect yourself and your community from measles, mumps, and rubella. Measles isn't just a rash. It can lead to serious health issues like pneumonia and brain swelling, even in healthy kids. That's why doctors recommend 2 MMR doses for lifelong protection. And cost shouldn't be a barrier. Many vaccines are free, even without insurance. Call 855-598-2246 to find a provider near you. This message is paid for by Kentucky Voices for Health, the Kentucky Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Kentucky's outdoors is calling, and the time to answer is now. From world-class fishing on our lakes, rivers, and streams to renowned deer, turkey, small game, and other great hunting opportunities across the Commonwealth, don't forget your hunting and fishing license. Don't hunt or fish? You can still support conservation by joining Kentucky Wild and helping protect our most vulnerable wildlife. Hunting and fishing licenses, Kentucky Wild memberships, they're investments in our wildlife and outdoor spaces, so they thrive for generations to come. Get yours today at fw.ky.gov.
Paying for your student's college can feel overwhelming. Scholarships and grants help, but they might not cover everything. That's where the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan comes in. With competitive low interest rates and no application, late, or other fees, the Kentucky Advantage Parent Loan offers a smooth and affordable solution. Owned and managed by a state-based nonprofit lender, we're committed to helping families like yours. Apply today and take the next step in supporting their dreams. Visit KentuckyAdvantageLoan.com or call 800-988-6333 to learn more.
Across Kentucky, treatment providers, state and local governments, and nonprofit organizations are working together to support your pathway to long-term recovery. These providers and communities of recovery will walk alongside you and help you find your recovery journey. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, the KY Help Call Center can connect you with resources right now when you call 833-8KY-HELP. You can also visit findhelpnowky.org to find treatment options near you.
Chase Balnock is the new pitcher for Grayson County. Is him and Gage Napier just a clean switch on the field? Pitch misses high, ball one from Balnock. Balnock making his 7th appearance this season. First time out of the bullpen, though. Record of 1-2, an ERA of 4.54, 26 strikeouts, 28 walks, and 24 2/3 of an innings pitched. And he'll miss high for ball number 2. Dylan Tucker is the hitter. Honaker the runner on first. He is the responsibility of Gage Napier, who goes 4+ today. Inside, it is 3-0. Balnock comes with a 3-0 pitch. That's the old 3-0 Leo, called strike on the inside corner. Napier does appear to be playing shortstop now for Grayson County. I'm not sure I've ever seen Gage play shortstop. Pickoff move. Safe. Balnock comes with a 3-1. Popped off, and that'll go out of play. Another pickoff move. Honaker back in as well. Balnock will be headed to Asbury to play some baseball once his season ends. The 3-2. Fly ball in the infield. Morris has it grabbed at first, and he has it for the first out of the inning. Kiel Redmond 0 for 1 with a strike and a walkout. And a walk, rather, here today against Chase Balnock, who comes in relief of Gage Napier. 7-0 Meade County leads, bottom of 5. And it misses outside. Balnock obviously not the tallest player on the mound. Comes, check swing. I guess was contact made or not? Because it ends up hitting off of the umpire Leachman, so I guess it is a foul ball. Everybody goes back. Leachman appears to be okay behind us. And it's 1-1. Balnock pulls that flat-billed hat down low over his eyes. Pickoff move Honaker again back in just ahead of the tag down at first. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now. Couple of peeks over to first. Comes with a 1-2. Goes with the off speed. And it is outside, and the count will go even now. Bottom of the fifth inning, Meade County leads 7-0. The break even. Misses low, and the count will go full at 3-2. This Cougar team will lose 9 seniors. Jody Nutt will have a lot to replace as there's a high chopper to Rogers at third. He'll go to second for 1, and it's a high throw and goes into right field. Another error for Grayson County. It would have been a potential turn for a double play. They'd have been really quick, but the inning will continue now for the 8-hole hitter, Jolly. Ethan Jolly doubled down the left field line in his last plate appearance. He's 1 for 2. And Jake Bratcher are going to go out and talk to Chase Balnock and have his own conversation right now on the mound. It was a very quick one, though. You know, the biggest thing Grayson County will look to replace is pitching. Gage Napier threw a ton of innings over these last couple of years. Braden Elmore will be a guy that Jody Nutt's going to turn a lot towards next season. Popped off behind us. Might have smacked off our roof here. If not, it would have just kind of went over the top side of our press box view. Here comes the 0-1. Nice off-speed pitch, just misses. That'll even us up here at 1-1. One ball, one strike, one down. Runners on first and second. Breaking ball hits him. Bases loaded now, and that is the winning run now on first base for Meade County. Trying to end this game right here. It'll be Aiden Flaherty. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground ball base hit into left field. Little blooper, down, base hit left field. 1 run will score. Here comes the second one in Redmond, picked up by Snyder. Jolly will stay at second, and it is 9-0 Meade County. Couple more runs cross. That does close the book on Gage Napier as well. His final start as Grayson County Cougar, 4+ innings, 7 hits, 8 runs, 6 earns, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Wasn't the best ending, but still a great career for number 34 in orange. Inside pitch to Grayson Rhodes. He's 2 for 2. He's tripled, walked, and doubled. Scored every single time he's been up, and he'll try to send the Meade County faithful home happy here if he can knock Jolly in. Called strike outside corner to move us to 1-1. 9-0 Meade, 5th inning of play. And it misses low from Balnock. One down, slips out of the hand, and it goes 3-1. Way outside. Meade County looking to advance. And they are just 1 base hit away from advancing to what is scheduled to be tomorrow's region quarterfinals, or semifinals rather, against Owensboro Catholic. Meade County, one of the top teams, not only just in this region, but in the state. In the final prep baseball poll, ranked 16th in the state. This is a good squad. (3-1) is fouled off. Full count pitch coming with one down in the fifth. 9-0 Meade County leading Grayson. And the breaking ball is looped into left field. That's down for a base hit, and that'll be the ball game. Rounding and coming in to score is Jolly. And Meade County will win the game by the final score of 10-0, and Grayson County's season ends in the third region quarterfinals with a 13-16 record. Again, your final score, Meade County 10, Grayson County 0. As we'll come back and wrap it up after this, as this is Cougar Baseball on K105.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
At your global getaway, we're all about creating unforgettable journeys. Now's the perfect time to plan your 2026 adventure. Fancy a Royal Caribbean cruise, a Hawaiian escape, or a magical Disney World trip? We've got you covered. As a Royal Caribbean Master of Adventure, we're here for your cruise weddings, honeymoons, and vow renewals. Trust us, you'll be in expert hands. Visit yourglobalgetaway.com and let's make your dreams a reality. Your adventure awaits.
Midway Pharmacy is your trusted local partner in health and wellness, offering free delivery so you never have to worry about picking up your medications. The friendly staff knows you by name and is always ready to assist you. Living and raising our families in the same community, they understand your needs. With a wide range of services and personalized care, Midway Pharmacy is here to make your life easier and healthier. Visit or call any countywide location today of Midway Pharmacy.
Friends don't let friends overspend. If you're looking to upgrade your home without blowing your budget, at Box Drop Litchfield, we've got brand new mattresses and furniture at the lowest prices around. Everything's in stock and ready to go so you can take it home today. Hurry, because the first to arrive gets the best selection. Find us at 115 Sequoia Drive across from Farmer's Feed Mill. Box Drop Litchfield. Come see what everyone's talking about, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Sports.
When you give blood, you give life. And when you give life, you change lives. Make a life-saving impact by donating blood with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center, your hometown partner. As the sole supplier of blood products needed in Grayson County, your donation ensures a stable and adequate blood supply for you, your family, friends, and your neighbors. You are the hero when you give. Feel the power of community and compassion in every drop. Give life and change lives with Western Kentucky Regional Blood Center. Life is on the line.
Welcome back here to Muhlenberg County High School. Grayson County falls in the third region quarterfinals to Meade County tonight by the final score of 10-0. The winning pitcher is Jeffrey Johnson. He goes 5 innings, allows 3 hits, only the 1 walk and 7 strikeouts. Lost out to Gage Napier. He goes 4+, 7 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Chase Bonnock in relief throws a third of an inning with 2 hits, 2 runs. Only 1 of those was earned. Offensively for Grayson County, the 3 hits, Jed Hawkins, Gage Napier, and Rod Morris each had 1 of those. For Meade County, Grayson Rhodes goes 3 for 3 with a couple of RBIs, and also 2 RBIs for Stansbury, Johnson, Jolly, and Flaherty. Meade County will turn their attention now towards the semifinal matchup tomorrow, as they will face Owensboro Catholic. At least they're supposed to, here at Muhlenberg County High School for a 5:30 start time. Mother Nature could have other ideas for that, but at least that is what the schedule says, as Meade tries to go back-to-back in winning the third region for the 2nd straight season. It's been a fun 2025-26 broadcast season for our K105 crew. You know, it started all the way back in August. If my memory's right, I think volleyball against Hancock County was how we got started. You know, took all the way. I mean, you think of the trips that we took. You know, football got into the playoffs again. We got to take trips, you know, to Barron and into the Bowling Green area a couple of times. They lost to the eventual state champions. Did football. You know, basketball season. I mean, heck, King of the Bluegrass was a great time, and obviously you got the opportunity to play in Rupp Arena. And what a fun ride that was. Girls had some really fun games as well that we did. And, you know, this year for baseball and softball, baseball gets back here, goes back to the region for the 4th straight season. Didn't quite get their 4th straight district championship, but still a lot to like about this year for Grayson County Athletics that does now officially come to an end here today. Been a fun ride. And August, the whatever it might be, will come here very soon. I'm not sure if the Tobacco Bowl will get us going for Grayson hosting Edmondson in mid to late August, or if we'll have some volleyball or soccer or something before then. Those schedules will start to come up as those days come along. So until then, when those dates do come around, make sure to follow us on our social media channels. We'll keep you posted on when that is. And also on our social media, we'll make sure to keep you posted throughout summer basketball. I'll make sure to get out to a couple of those throughout the years to keep an eye on how that can continue to build up. So that'll wrap us up here today. Grayson County falls in the 3rd region quarterfinals to close the sports season for the year with a 10-0 loss to Meade County in 5 innings. So until next time, for our K105 crew all season long, for Stephen Smith, John Decker, and all of our guest analysts that we had, this is Sam Gormley saying so long, everyone.